In G7 day 1, we're revising that the letter O may make its long sound O in these words. So we've got only, open, over, go, going, so, no, most, both, post. So you've learnt some other ways of writing the long O sound too, but this is a very simple one because it's just using the letter O to make that long sound. We've got a little bit of revision in here. So you've already learnt that the Y may say E on the end of a word, so only. We've got the ER you've already learnt at the end of a word. Is an R controlled vowel. And you know when we add ing to the end of a word, it's ING that we're writing. And the th, both, you've got that th sound down here, the TH making the th sound. Okay, let's have a look at what these words mean. So staff only, or you've only got one thing, you're emphasising a point. So you might say you only have one thing left, or you've only got one book out. You're emphasising what it is. So here we're saying staff only, that means no one, if you're not employed there, you can't go past that point. Open, you can open a door, you can open a jar, you can open a book. There's lots of things you can open. The opposite to open would be close. So we'll put that in a box to show that it means the opposite. Over is you might jump over a hurdle or jump over a rock. It means go above something. So the opposite to over would be under. Once again, we put it in the box to show it means the opposite. Go means to move forward or to go to some place. The opposite to go would be stop. So we'll pop that in a box for you to know that, so that you know it means the opposite. Going means that you are moving somewhere. You might be going to school or you might be going to a party. It means you're on the way there. I am so busy. So is a word that we used instead of perhaps the word very. So I am very busy, or I am so hot means I'm very hot. So it's just emphasising the next word. No means a negative. It means that you're not doing something. So the opposite would be yes. So yes would be in agreement. No is saying, no, it can't happen. It must not happen. Or you disagree with it. Most, if you had the most of something, it means that you're having more than anyone else. It would be a big, against a big group of other things. So you might say, he has the most ice cream, that is the most important thing. So it means very much the most of something. It's a superlative. Both means two of something. So you might have both hands are dirty. You'd say both my feet are wet. Both my eyes are tired. So both means two of something. Two of something that's the same. Post means you post a letter. You might even have someone in your family who's on Facebook and they might post a picture on Facebook. So it can mean to post or to have a letter delivered or to present a picture or a photo or a notice somewhere. Okay, let's read the words, sound the words, spell the words, cover them, write them and then check them. So we've got only, O-N-L-E, 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 O-N-L-Y, O-N-L-Y, O-N-L-Y. And it's very important that you spell the words as well as sound them, because sometimes we're using a different letter for a sound that we've commonly used before. So here we're using the Y for the long E sound, and it's quite often that we just use an O for the long O sound, but there are other ways of writing that as well. So I've got open, 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 O-P-E-N, O-P-E-N, O-P-E-N. Cover it. Write it 3 times. And then check that you've spelt them correctly. You can finish that on your own. This is G7, day 2, and we're revising that an O can make the long O sound in these words. So let's highlight them as we go. We've got only, open, over, go-o, go-ing, oh, so, no, most, oath, post. So now let's go back and read the words, sound the words, spell the words, cover them and write them. So we've got only, O-N-L-E, O-N-L-Y, open, O-P-E-N, O-P-E-N, and you can finish the rest of these on your own. Now have a look too, you might not realise, but there are some other things we're revising in here. So you've already learnt that the Y on the end of a word can make the E sound. You know that ER on the end of a word usually says or it always says ing is ing, and we add it to the base word. Sometimes I see kids put a little W in there. There's no W, it's just go plus ing. So, no, it's just the O, most, nothing special in there. You've got the TH here that you previously learnt, and that's a nice easy one for you to post. Okay, down the bottom it says copy and write yes or no. So let's do the yes, no first. I can post a letter. Yes or no? Yes, of course you can. Then you're going to read the sentence, cover it, and have a go at writing it without looking at it. I can post a letter. I can post a letter. Don't forget the full stop. Go back and check. Have you put a capital letter at the start? And always the word I has a capital letter. Okay, we are going to the circus. The classroom door is open. Yes or no? All aeroplanes have only one engine. Yes or no? And don't forget to write the sentence again. So read and draw. Now here we've got it sounds like the same word, but it's spelt differently. So we've got so, S-E-W here, and so, S-O-W there. Here we've got no, K-N-O-W, and here no is spelled N-O. So sometimes we have words that sound the same, but they're spelt differently, and so it's quite obvious to the reader and the writer that that word is going to mean something different. So I sew with a needle is this one, S-E-W. The drink is so cold, we're using S-O for the so. I know how to ride a bike is something you know in your head, K-N-O-W. There are no books on the table, N-O is used for no there. So you've got to read and write those, not write them, just draw the pictures for those sentences. Copy the words to match the meaning. Across, what word would mean across? You can have a look up there, and we've given you some hints here too, so you could use one of those words to write it in there, and if there's a picture to match it, you can link it to the picture too. Off you go. G7 day 3, we're revising the long O sound, and we're using the letter O for the long O sound in these words. So we've got only, open, over, go, going, so, no, most, both, post. So let's read the word, sound the word, spell the word, and write the word. We're going to cover it before we write it to make sure that we remember how to spell it. So we've got only, O-N-L-E, O-N-L-Y, cover it and write it. You can finish those ones on your own. Down here we've got opposites. The opposite to close would be open. So it's going to be a list word that you have to find to finish those off. Combined with the list word, a something man would be, it's got to have 4 letters, probably a postman. So you can find the word for this one and this one. Verb families. These words are all verbs, and we can have them, write them in different tenses depending on when we've done them or we're going to do them, or we might be doing them now. So goes comes from the base word go. I will go to school. He goes to school every day. He is going to school today. And yesterday he went, or he has gone somewhere. So you could have 2 there. Went is quite an unusual one for the word go as well, so be careful. Sometimes you'll need to say gone, sometimes you'll need to say went. And sometimes we add ed to the end of word to make its past tense, something that's already happened. You can finish off the rest of that little table. Now, comparatives and superlatives are where we talk about something that's more or the most of something. So we may have some ice cream, might have more ice cream, someone might have the most ice cream, so you'd have to write most in there. Find the small words. Now you could use your highlighter to help you here again. So you can see in the word open, we have the word pen. So you'd have to write that on the little line there. You can do it only on your own. Write the base word of each word. So once again, it's probably easier to highlight the base word and then write it on the line. You can do those 2 on your own. Now, words that rhyme with no, you've got some up here to help you. So you have to write them into those little boxes. Off you go. G7 Day 4, our interest words today are about communication and using some of these common words in different languages. So in Spain we mostly speak, so you have to write in what they speak. They mostly speak Spanish. In Germany we mostly speak German. In Japan we mostly speak Japanese. This one's a tricky one. In Holland we mostly speak Dutch, so you'd have to put in Dutch there. Now, you can read the rest of those and finish them on your own. Now, write the country next to the greeting. So which country says ni hao? If you don't know the answers to some of these or some of these, you might have to do some more research. So I know that this word comes from China, ni hao. You can work out the rest of those. And then it says, now see if you can find out how they say goodbye in each of these countries. And then see if you can count to 10 to a friend in another language. You might be able to do that.